Hey, what you say, Jimmy? I think I have no box in the store. Oh, this box. Okay, that opens that pack. Yeah, I responded. I think it was former skipper and the other one is a new card. I hadn't seen that before because it blew my mind when I realized, oh, he's playing Link Evolution all the time. So even when I would have card search, I wouldn't have come across it. But I know about former skipper, but the other one, that is an excellent extender just by banishing a Cyberse monster. Let's see. Didn't open the water park. Yeah, it can. Once a Cyberse get up, any Cyberse archetype out. I was trying to see if I could actually unlock the Raid Raptor pack. Oh boy. I want 10 bucks of that. Wow. 11. Oh boy. I don't waste no more points on that. But it looked like how I had 5 hours left and I rebought this pack again. It went back to 23. Ew. There's ways to work around that. So don't get too doom and gloomed yet. Oh, Kraken Dragon. Oh boy. Oh, wow, that would be a gamble, but I need another 1,000 random crystals to actually just go to the Master Duel pack, open up 10 packs, and see if you get something to unlock these. Ooh, I should have gone to these and see. Anyway. Yeah, 40, 44, 48, it can work. As long as there's decent amount of recursion in the way that cards would be able to add themselves for utility. Yeah. I'm actually supposed to go try to see if I could build a trap base deck. Let's see how trap tricks look. Yeah, I can't remember how expensive their cards are. If they have any old, oh crap! Wow. Wow. Let me see something. It's ELD. See if those Eldritch cards look like. Question is how the hell to find it. Oh, he is ultra rare. Wow. Here's a fusion. Eldritch monster, level 5. Oh. Cannot be destroyed by battle or card. Oh. You contribute one zombie monster. The target won't face a monster your opponent controls. Take control of it, but it cannot attack or activate its effects. So, question is, if it can't be destroyed by battle or card effects, like, why isn't anyone utilizing this? I guess they just prefer more traps for disruption than anything else. I don't even have one of them. Dang. Everything else I can actually get. What's this? Guardian. Special summon. Control the Eldritch Golden Lord. You can make the attack of 1/0 and then officially set one. Oh boy. Golden Land forever. When a spell trap effect activated, while you control the Eldritch monster, true one zombie monster get activated, you do destroy that card. Oh. In most of those Eldritch duels, I just saw these two for recursion. Let's just start putting it together. I knew they put 4. Okay, nope, they wouldn't let me put 4. These 3. 2 of this. What this is? White Destiny. Special summon one zombie monster from your honor graveyard, but if you control no Eldritch monsters, you can special summon one Eldritch monster with this effect for the rest of this turn. You can special zombie monsters, round. Oh, okay. I think Eldritch has an effect from the hand. Does this? Okay, you can banish this card from your graveyard. Set one golden land spell or trap card. Right? Okay. You can only use one of its effects per turn. Oh. Okay. Consideration card. What does this do? If you control an Eldritch monster, activate one of these effects. Shuffle 3 of the banish name into the deck, and if you do, destroy. Oh, hot damn! Hot damn! One of them needs to go in. That's just an excellent recovery card for recursion. Or shuffle 3 of your banish golden land cards with different names, and if you do, half your opponent's life points, then gain. Yeah, no, that's excellent. I don't see why you wouldn't play one copy of that. Trust me, the way it is now, combo wise, with a lot of cards, where they're so generic, especially with some of the really good Exceed monsters and Synchro monsters. Also, even with the Link monsters that you can actually get away with, you can do some really odd things in a lot of decks that your opponent wouldn't see coming. So that's how the game is set up now. So, like I say, a lot of the archetypes that haven't seen much plays or play in the past, because of simplistic combos that you can actually go off with, especially like using dark monsters, like you can make a lot of decks live. Hey, what you say, Blacksbelt? I was considering this at 1. Especially when zombie monsters from your but that just bring back the outlet. Let me see this effect. Send one. Oh boy. I usually, when I play creature swap, is for acid golem, and then mask of restrict, so they can't contribute it off the field. Then they can't special summon. Then they have to keep getting burned. You can send this card in one spell or trap card from your hand to the graveyard and tag a card on the field, send it to the graveyard. This card is in the graveyard, you send one spell or trap card. You control, special summon this card. Special summon a zombie monster from your hand, and if you do until the end of this turn, it means. Oh, if this card is in the graveyard, you control it. Add this card to your hand, then basically special summon itself back. Oh, question, Dead Wolf, is that platinum? If you're doing that in platinum, then yeah. If you're doing that in anything less, then it's not really that impressive, because it isn't that many good decks running around gold and below. But if you're doing that in platinum tier, that would actually be awesome. Alright, we'll come back to this later. I can't build this deck. Let's just go. Hold on, let's name the deck. Another funny moment was when a player tried to make my link for when you don't read. Only when you don't read, you just get fooled like that. Only when you don't read. We'll finish build this later once we get the right cards. Hands down, Eldritch have to be the hands down, Eldritch is the second best trap deck in the game. Second best. Only thing that beats out Eldritch is Chain Burn. That's the only thing that beats out Eldritch. And it's hard for Eldritch to get around Chain Burn, because Chain Burn, the amount of what you call it, floodgates that Eldritch uses really has no effect on Chain Burn. So who you say, Cheesecake? Alright, you on the grind too. I almost backed the Platinum 5. I think I on a 6-win streak or something like that. I think it's either 3 or 5 more wins or something like that, and I should be Platinum again. Like I said, if you can do those things, Platinum tier, you're saying something, because Platinum, you're gonna encounter a lot of disruptions, a lot of negates, a lot of interruptions, and if you can hit your combo through all of those, that's when you know you have a really good deck on your hands. Like I said, Eldritch is the second best. Yes, save that. Eldritch is the second best trap deck in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! The only trap deck that beats out Eldritch is Chain Burn. I would actually build Chain Burn if, hold on, let me see if I actually can. If I have all of those burn cards still. What about True Draco? Because True Draco ain't beating Chain Burn. I can't see that happening. I honestly can't. Oh. Well, it depends, because like I said, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is go first or die trying. That's how Yu-Gi-Oh! Is. Go first or die trying. And if you go in second, you're going to be at a disadvantage to a lot of the combos. So even if you have a really good control deck, you're going to be at a disadvantage depending on your matchup. And you don't want to be at a disadvantage, because it's even harder to play. But if you have a really good control deck, then go in first, automatic. But one of the best control decks, I undoubtedly would have to be that barrier deck, because hands down, if you stop your opponent from special summoning, you shut out a lot, and then you really only play floodgates behind those cards. protect them floodgates, and you shut your opponent, similar to what Eldritch does, except for Eldritch just has a better recursion in terms of when they spend their cards, they go to the grave, then they banish, and then they get more cards. That's where Eldritch would actually beat out that barrier deck. But in terms of, like I said, chain burn, you're going to get burned. They're going to probably recover their hand based off the number of cards you have on the field and then set more. And depending on what they're actually playing in their main, it's just going to get really, really nasty, because it's a trap card that an opponent played on me. I made sure that I bookmarked it. And it negates an effect and then burns your opponent for 2 grand. So that 2k that your opponent's going to take when you neg their effect is going to hurt and speed up the burn process. Oh, you're playing those Guardian Sphinx. But those set of players are really slow though, because they go from face down and then you have to wait to flip them face up. Oh boy. That's a really, when it comes to flip effects, the only 2 archetypes that I can think about that have really good flip effects with versatility are crawlers and what are they called again? Subterras. They have really good flip effects that can be triggered during both turns. In regard to like the Guardian Sphinx, those, because I used to play them back in the day when it was a structured deck. Like, I don't know if they got new support to be able to like flip down your opponent's turn, but like that style of play, having to wait an entire turn to flip, no. Yu-Gi-Oh is way too fast to be playing, that slow. Like, if it's cards that you can trigger, then yeah, and then get the effects off, yeah. But that's kind of slow. Well, see, let me try to break it down to you how Yu-Gi-Oh works. You either spend your resources on making disruptions and negates, or you're most likely going to lose, because like when you get platinum tier level and begin dueling those guys, you would understand, is mainly you have disruptions, negs, and outs. So you're looking at cards like Lightning Storm, Raigeki, Kaiju, stuff like that. And I just dueled someone gold. They sphere mode my field. I mean, I still won, but the mere fact is they're going to have outs. So if you looking to set up, and your setup is basically face down monsters and they aren't doing any negates, you're basically telling your opponent, play Yu-Gi-Oh to your heart's content. Yeah, you might have back row, but your negates or disruptions from your monsters are supposed to protect your back row so that you can trigger them. So if your opponent opens Lightning Storm or Harpy's Feather Duster, Twisters or something like that, Cosmic Cyclone, they're gonna out anything troublesome in the back row that they can. Well, if you look at Lightning Storm and Harpy's Feather Duster, your whole back row gone. Now, if you probably are playing back row that you want destroyed, then that's going to favor you in that situation. But if you're not setting up monsters to neg and protect that back row or protect your field, well, basically to protect your investment, you're going to lose out when your opponent starts board wiping and then comboing off, and that's what you don't want. Now, back in the day, I used to like Caterpillar Omen because it got me the trap card that I needed on top of my deck, even though I had to wait another turn. But like I said, Yu-Gi-Oh is too fast-paced now. Like, if you're dueling for fun, yeah, but like Yu-Gi-Oh is way too fast-paced now to be attempting to do like that competitively. Like, you are really going to lose out, and that's what you don't want. That's cool. I'm not saying that it wouldn't be able to work, because like I keep telling people, or telling duelists and other individuals, your deck may not be well, statistically on paper, supposed to be able to win. But if your opponent bricks and they can't unbrick their hand in time, you can win. Yeah, Blacks Bear, too much negates nowadays, so you need to either shut it off. You can go Ruler No More or Forbidden Droplets, or you can go Lava Golems, Fair Mode Kaijus, whatever can fit inside your deck, so that you can just out those and then actually be able to effectively play Yu-Gi-Oh! Because once they start nagging and disrupting, it gets hard to combo off. But if you can get rid of it or shut it down or turn them off, at least for a turn, and then set up, you stand a really good chance. No man, listen to me, Dead Wolf. I love hearing from you guys, no matter how silly of an idea you may think it is. When you guys mention cards to me, I kid you not, either I go and I check them out or I document them inside my head to recall, because when, especially like how I deck build, like I need to have a wide range of card-based knowledge in my head, so as I build I can say, hey, this would go good with this, and this would go good with that, and this would have synergy with this, and oh, I could combo this off with that, and hey, someone requested that, this card would work perfectly, things like that. So like, I love hearing, I don't care how much you type, as long as it isn't complete utter nonsense. I love hearing from you guys, because no matter, you'd be like, well, oh, Dabna, have you heard of this card? And maybe I haven't, and then maybe I have, and then it might be something about the card that you didn't realize or that you didn't understand. Like, break it down and explain it. So I love hearing from you guys, because it helps empower me. It increases my range in terms of card-based knowledge, and share some of that knowledge with you guys. Deck list for oh boy, there's a lot of drops. Mirror Force is only secret rare. Justice Search is secret rare. Dang, I need to generate 2. Oh boy. Oh boy. Looks like we won't be making that. And I want to go back to playing a more simplistic version of Raid Raptors, but I need another Ultimate Falcon was ultra rare, another Air Raid that's ultra rare, and something else that's also ultra rare. Yeah, I really appreciate that, Shimmy. Really do. Trust me. It's so many cards, and sometimes a lot of cards, and this is a common thing. A lot of cards really do get overlooked simply because either other individuals who are watching aren't seeing the more experienced players playing them, so it's like, alright, they just can't cross a card. If he ain't playing it, why should I even take any interest in reading this card? Because he probably have read this card, which is not always true. I don't know anyone who can honestly say it, say that they have read every single card in Yu-Gi-Oh! And know their effects by heart. I do not know anyone who can honestly say that, because cards, more and more cards keep coming out, and depending on when you actually did and I've been in the game from the game first came out, and I am not able to do that. There, you may have an inclination, but to say you know every single card and their effect by heart, I know of no individual who can currently say that, unless you work for Konami designing. Even when you design, even if you're designing the cards, you're designing so many cards. To even say that you know every card and its effect by heart, that's still how to put it, that's still over exaggerating. Still over exaggerating. I kid you not. But you would have an excellent grasp of the card or their archetype and what they probably do because you created the card. But like I said, outside of that, like, I know of no individual who can lay an honest claim that they know every single Yu-Gi-Oh card and its effect and exactly what it does by heart. Now, you may have an excellent grasp of most of the cards that you've seen before that have caught your attention, yes, but that's why I said I love hearing from you guys. You may come across a card and be like, Dabna, is this card even playable? Like, why would they put, but it was an unfortunate report, right? I was making, and I was doing the Ubel deck, and when I realized that I could force the battle phase to have to occur, it's like, why don't I just make them be able to attack twice? But when I realized that putting what it was, it's an equipped card. See, I can't even remember the name, but it's an equipped card that you can equip to a monster and it would gain the ability to attack twice. But I was saying, instead of doing that, when I came across an unfortunate report, it was like, all right, made them conduct their battle phase twice. So it served a purpose where my opponent, if they tried to MST or twin twister it, they could pop the, so like just simple things like an unfortunate report. Like, who would honestly want to give their opponent 2 battle phases to potentially kill, depending on your strategy? But that is where, like I said, if you are self-aware of a lot more of the cards when you deck build, you get to make even better choices as you build to be able to combo off effectively and hurt your opponent's head at the same time. Shami, like I said, if someone can try to lay claim to that, I would put them to the test, because I would find the most strangest card that they probably don't know and ask them to code the effect and ask them which archetype it actually belonged to or came from. Who's Rain Man? I wonder how Rockets look. Let me see something. I'm actually still on Raptors. I was trying to see. I open on traps. I actually just was trying to see if I could build another deck, because earning cards in this game is like, yeah. I might be able to get somewhere with Rockets. It all depends on which way I want to combo off. Because I still want to keep it simple. Don't want anything overly complicated. Blacksmith, listen to me. It isn't as complicated as you think. What complicates it is in terms of the combo, is how many cards allow you to extend. When you see players just going off and then they playing another card and another card and another card and another card, that's where you get the confusing part. But if you play at, like, when I first started playing Raid Raptors, I literally played only 4 Raptors. That was Vanishing Lanius, Turbo Lanius, Tribute Lanius, Fuzzy Lanius, and Mimicry Lanius. Those were the only 4 I played, and it was so simple. Vanishing allows you to special summon. Tribute allows you to dump from deck to grave, mostly or mainly Mimicry, but you can also dump the Fuzzy to get another copy of Fuzzy. Fuzzy can special summon from the hand. Mimicry gets you a Raid Raptor card from the deck. That's it, just those simple 4. Then afterwards, I just began extending the combo length by adding in the what's it called again? The level 4. Pain, not Pain is the level 1. The other 4. Well, I can't remember his name. Anyway, let me see. Oh, Unaware of the Riot Dragon is new support. The Singing Lanius. Then afterwards I added in those 2 Raptors just to extend. I did have them in multiple copies, and then when I noticed that I really didn't need, I just cut them down to 1. But this was when I first was learning how to play Raptors and comboing off, and like didn't need no one to teach me. Like everything I just self-learned, like just to see how far I could go. And then when I realized, hey, I could swap out a card and then I could extend my plays, yeah. Then afterwards, Summon Among I introduced Summon Among to Raptors. I liked it. I continued to play him. Then it went to incorporating 2 Black Wings just to get an additional summon, and it went off from there. And then when I got introduced to this game, I did not play the Raider's Wing or the Strange Lineage right away. Like I said, I play what I'm familiar with. I check my combo lengths, see the consistency as well as the synergy between how the cards are actually playing. And once I get a really good idea, then I can then formulate what my ratios or what I want my ratios to be. Then I added these two guys and they work like a charm. Yeah, Strange locks you into only dark, but then play only darks if that's the case, so you could ensure that you have access to every card in your extra deck. And then, like I said, it just goes off from there. Like, if I want to play an additional Blackwing that I haven't played before, because I've played all of these and understand the effects of the T, what synergy they have, I can then be able to say, hey, I'll just factor in one copy of this Raid Raptor, see how good it really is in the deck. And that's one of the reasons why I play one copy of ZS, the Dinesrum, and the Curtain Rise, just additional level 4 extenders to be able to go off. They're really good. Like, if you get 2 of them, you don't spend your normal summon, and then you could always add the Tribute Lanius and then full combo. But yeah, it's just having an excellent idea on the effects of the monsters first before you add more. You want to start simplistic with your combos, whether you're using 2, 3, or 4 card combos, and then once you play through, encounter as many situations as possible you want to, so that you can understand how the monsters' effects work, how they interact with other cards in terms of timing, and once you go off from there, then you can start adding in additional cards that would either help you extend your plays or just simply build better boards. Gather the Mind? Hold on. I am familiar with that card. Nah, let me read the effect, and I can give you an excellent idea of what you can use it for. The only thing I like better than your draw 8 is the number of cards I can get out of my synchro deck. 40 card deck. 3 gather your minds, get rid of them all. Now you have 37. Oh, add 1 gather the mind from your deck to your hand. Your deck is then shuffled. Oh, you know what deck this would actually go good in? You can actually use like Deadwolf was saying, thinning the deck, but this card would actually be good in Damien. This would actually be good because you can just go gather the mind, add another gather the mind to your hand, and gain another counter, and you can do that up to the number of gathering the minds that you have left in your deck, because you can only trigger it twice. Add 1 and then add another 1, and then you can discard it. Or you can even use gather the mind to thin in your deck, get another gather the mind, and then send it off a summon amongst effect and get a level 4. So you can even use it. Oh no, that wouldn't work. Alright, yeah, those 2 right there. You can use it in Endymion to get an additional counter, and you can use it as a fodder for summon amount, or you could even use it as a fodder on the hold for any discard cost. You can also use it in Sky Strikers. You can. By doing so, you gain an additional spell in the graveyard, because you know once they have 3 spells in grave, that's when their spell card effects gain their additional effects, such as popping additional cards or taking control of a monster after you negate its effect and stuff like that. So you can also use Gather the Mind in Sky Strikers if you're just trying to fill out the deck. You can use this in an Exodia deck to thin out the deck, and then you usually, if you're playing an Exodia deck, you would be using Magical Stone Excavation, so you can actually send the copy that you added to your hand to the graveyard along with another card and get another draw 2 card back or something like that. And like I said, just because of thinning out the deck by 1, trust me, thinning out your deck back in the day, that was one of the main things I always implemented. And I talked about way back in the day before Exceed Summoning was a thing. I always played like the giant rats, the mystic tomatoes, the flying kamikaris, because when they get destroyed, they didn't know the deck, and you get what you want to the field. Other uses for Gather the Mind. Evenly matched, no problem. With turntable of contents, it's far better. It isn't limited to once per turn. So if you play in turntable of contents in the Endymion deck, then you get 3 counters plus a level 8, and if you're playing trading, then you know what that level 8 should be. Any level 8 tune, send it to the grave, draw 2 more, and get a 4th counter. Like, you don't go wrong there. You really don't. Evenly. If I had to choose, I would go turntable of content over Gather the Mind. Because, like I said, turntable of contents, like with Gather the Mind, you're only able to play 1 copy per turn. That's limiting. Turntable of content, you go content. Even if you have the monster that you want to add of content, you can still add the other 2 copies of content from deck to hand, thin it out, and then that's like an Exodia deck type thing. But you can also use it in Endymion to gain more counters, or any spell counter based deck. Yeah. Basically Evenly Matched, still the same effect. It doesn't change. I know they changed the Necro Valley's effect for sure, but the Evenly Matched, you basically at the end of the battle phase, you activate this card. This card, while it's face up, counts as 1 on your side of the field. Yeah. Evenly Matched, always an excellent card. And it isn't named Evenly Matched off air. This really does even up the match. And what gets a lot of players too is you'd have players who would actually try to banish this card or pop this card. And what it does is, if this card isn't on the field face up during resolution of its effect, your opponent has to get rid of all of their cards, since you no longer have any face up cards on the field. Just FYI, in case you didn't know. So if you are encountering this card, do not try to pop it. Do not try to banish it. Always negate. That's why negate is so powerful in Yu-Gi-Oh! It's why players build boards with so many negates. So if the opponent tries to go evenly, they can negate. Popping and banishing is bad versus this card. You do not want to do that, or you're going to find yourself on the wrong side of having nothing, and that hurts. The good part about this card is that you can actually activate it from your hand if you control no cards, but that's only assuming that your opponent has an OTK'd you. I wouldn't even want to end up being in a situation to have to use Evenly Matched. The only situation you should really be using Evenly Matched in is against oh yeah, you remember that, bad man. The only situation you really want to use Evenly Matched in, or be forced to use it in, is against those heavy trap based decks. Because like Eldritch, if you can catch it on an Eldritch deck, you're gonna do plenty damage to that Eldritch player. If you can do it against a Sky Striker deck, you're gonna hurt their resource game. And other decks are Trap Tricks. This is excellent against Trap Tricks. Like, that's the situation you wanna be utilizing Evenly Matched, and not with your opponent with a bunch of big beaters on board ready grind for your head. You do not want that. Dead Wolf, I've been telling players, you only use those tokens when the situation is correct based off of your strategy. You only use them to clog the field when your opponent, even if your opponent can utilize them, you just have to make sure you have multiple copies, and then you can go from there. Message calling the card retarded. What it is? Material Clubs. Hold on. I don't think I'm familiar with that card. Hold on. TIALCOLLA. Everything cool, Pikachu? What's going on? Hey, we say Devontae. You can only activate this card if both you... And see why I say I love hearing from you guys. Because I'm not familiar with this card. And Dead Wolf just mentioned it. So, you see what I'm doing? My homework. If both you and your opponent each have 5 or less cards on the field, the maximum number of cards that each player can have on the field is 5. Oh. Wow. I mean, it wouldn't be a card I would play like right off air or anything like that. Like in terms of cards, especially continuous, I always prefer my Floodgates. 4 Floodgates that I always recommend to you guys. Now that Vanities is unbanned, Vanities. Oh, that was another card that I supposed to put in my synchro deck. If you guys are familiar, from I think it's the previous. Is it the first link? I mean the first Legacy of the Duelist. I can't remember. But when I would set up my board, I would use Vanities. It was the first Legacy of the Duelist. I would set up with Vanities, Sylph the Divine Dragon, and the Quasar. With Sylph would protect the Vanities from popping itself. So I didn't have to worry if I played a card and it went to the graveyard, Vanities wouldn't leave. So I wouldn't be able to get Kaiju. And Quasar just acted as the anything negate, and he acted as the monster effect negate. But I would recommend that you do incorporate the Vanities Emptiness back into that if you are playing that deck. What else? The Vanities, the Imperial Order, Rivalry of Warlords, and there can only be one. Those 4 continuous counter traps, they do a lot of damage just shutting decks down. Like they really do, depending on what you're playing. They're the 4 that I always recommend, hands down, in terms of shutting down your opponent and what they can potentially do. It seems now though, where you have a lot of Outlage in but see, Sky Striker is also a thing. Imperial Order would work excellent against Sky Strikers, so that would be a card you'd want to side deck when they do give us the ability to side deck. Outlage, Royal Decree, alright, but then you have the Golden Lord from hand can send it to the graveyard, so that's still another problematic thing. Pikachu, not right now, just grinding to get back to platinum because I'm trying to earn as many of those crystals to get more cards so I can build more decks, because like you don't always feel like playing with the same deck all the time, and having options is where it's at. So the more decks I have to play, the better. I just trying to make every duel honestly count. What you say, Magic Gamer? Soul Drain. Oh, okay. I remember that card. Effects that activate in the graveyard and banish. But then, see, you have to remember now, there are cards that, for going second, if they already drop the ultimateness on board, you are going to be in trouble. Trouble, my friend. So, you want, you only want them aside their cards, and only if you're sure that you are going first. Do not have them in the deck going second, because if your opponent sets up, then it's literally a waste of time from there, and that's what you don't want. But yeah, just make sure you go in first. That's all you need to make sure of, that you're going first. Exactly, Devontae. I trying to figure out how to pronounce this guy's name. Straight Monstro. I just can call him Monstro. What do you say, Monstro? Forgive me for jacking up your name. I honestly don't know how to pronounce that. Yeah, that's the only thing I waiting on, because like me honestly, I don't like playing too many hand traps. I always would prefer, because you know the opponent's gonna want to slow you down or force you to go second. So I wouldn't mind going second as long as I have those cards to turn my opponent's board off and my lightning storms. I would just allow my opponent do whatever crazy amount of shenanigans you want to do, except for get rid of my hand. Because if you get rid of my hand, and I have no resources, that I can't play Yu-Gi-Oh. But set up your crazy little shenanigans board, and then I'm gonna turn it off, and then top deck those cards, Devontae. You really want to have them in hand, because top decking, you're just gambling at that point. Always, I rather have it than to try to say attempt to draw it, because the draw may not always be in your favor. But yeah, guys, keep those when they eventually give us the ability to side deck. Just keep those 4 Floodgate cards handy. Oh, Imperial Iron Wall is also good, but like it's just what matchups you expect to have. Like if you intend to encounter a deck that's going to do a whole lot of banishing, then having that Imperial Iron Wall, that's going to pay dividends, because like Arcus hates that. Arcus needs the banish. So in terms of Floodgates, like I recommend those 4 over everything else. You do have a couple other Floodgates that you can utilize that are really good, but above all, those are the most effective ones. Yeah, I was there in Platinum too, but then Konami decided to say, hey, Season 2, everybody gets demoted, instead of giving everyone a bonus or something. Like I felt like if you went from bronze to silver, that they should have given you like maybe 10,000 of those blue crystals or whatever, and if you went to like gold, they give you 20,000, platinum they give you 30,000, so that you could buy cards because you spend time in the game earning your wins. Like I felt that's the route they should have gone, based off of where you finish at the end of every season. I see they have for this season to end at the 28th, so I am actually looking to be Platinum Tier 1 before the season actually ends. But I felt that's the route that they should have taken. It would be a really good incentive for them to keep playing ranked on top of that, because you want to finish higher, you want to finish at a really good rank, so you could get those bonus crystals and get more cards, because like this right here is really tedious, and by the time you talk about even earn enough good cards to be competitive, the game might be 10 years down the line, because that's what they're shaping up to be. That's in hand. I can get him and special summon him out. Okay. Even if you run the Lancia, remember now, it's still a gamble, because this is what it coming down to in terms of competitive Yu-Gi-Oh. Who picks up the better hand? It isn't about who deck is better. It's about who picking up the better hand in terms of competitive Yu-Gi-Oh now. That's what it's coming down to. You could have the best deck in the world, but if you pick up a brick, or you can't combo off to complete your combo, and your opponent just has the better hand and can set up and shut you down, game over. That's all it's coming down to now. Yeah, me and you got demoted to gold 5. All us was there. So now in Gold 5, you do have a decent amount of Eldritch and Sky Striker decks running around that aren't Platinum tier yet. So you'd have to watch out for those, but it isn't nothing much. Send that. Set my shade. Always need some shade from the sun. Alright. Three. Are you? Oh no, sorry about that. You. Oh, I didn't make the striker. Okay, demolish him. Because I cannot afford it at the moment. Like I told you, if I had enough points to buy all the cards I need, it wouldn't be a question of why. Well, depending on what I'm doing, it would still be a question of why I'm not using X, Y, or Z. But for the most part, I would be using what's the most effective thing at the current time. But yeah, Prometheum, just can't afford it at the moment. Let's do this. Regurgitation of Madness. Let's continue. You used to get demoted from Platinum mid-season. How does that happen? Okay, so I need to make that and that. Okay, let's strip that first. So you say once you get to Platinum 1, you never lose rank. What did it say in the notes? I just try to make sure I understand this. So once you reach Platinum 1, you don't get demoted anymore if you lose duels. Oh wow. So that means they wouldn't be able to earn any more points then. Shouldn't they be given additional points every time they win a duel then at that point? Like bonus points or something like that? Because remember now, I think you get like 100 crystals when you climb rank. So, well, climb level. So if you can't climb any more levels, basically you can't earn anything. Therefore, there's no real incentive to continue playing at Platinum 1 if you're not gonna get like bonus crystals. Like I say, it's really about earning the cards. Like I guess until we voice that opinion and make our voices heard, they may not change it until we do that. But hopefully they actually do. Oh, prank kids, they actually do listen. Oh wow, this guy's doing some things. Exactly. Like I thought the game should have been able to like register what the deck matchup is, like my deck versus one of the meta decks or something like that, and then go from there to say, hey, this is a duel that you should not be able to win. So like Devontae, this is me. You don't think I know to shut that down? Yeah, like you dueling against these meta decks with, okay, hold on, let's get rid of that. You're dueling against these meta decks with non-meta based decks. Like, come on, why aren't we getting dueling bonuses for this? Because it isn't like, oh, we running around here playing the same thing like Eldritch and Sky Strikers and Drytrons. Like, if we play in the decks we love and we actually getting a win here and there on these decks, like we supposed to be getting some mod bonus points. Mod. Let's make him leave the field. Oh, lovely. Yeah, you. Bye. No one asked you to come. See that? I want to play against Tri Brigade and all them other annoying stuff. We only waiting for my opponent to catch sense. Eventually, he should realize all he has to do is hit surrender. There's no shame. I just gonna say there's no shame in losing. At least not to this combo. There's really no shame. Like I said, doing with these other archetypes that aren't meta based, like look at this. This is ridiculous, right? The board I just set up and then executed to play against Prime Kids, that is a meta deck. This is all I get for it. One little triangle thingy to talk about, buy a booster thing, not even a booster, something from the game. One, and look at this, a normal monster level 6 that I need to sacrifice for in a game state that is already turboed. Thanks to the fact of links, due to the fact of link summoning, and you giving me a level 6 normal monster with no goddamn effect? Are you serious, Konami? For what I had to shut down just now to win? That was Prime Kids, you know. Their reward system they need to revamp it, because this is crazy. This really is crazy. I feel so too. I feel so too. The pass really should have been extended. Or either that, when you reach 100, it should restart so you could earn all those things again. Because like I said, if you reach Platinum 1 and you can't get any more those crystal thingies to buy cards, and the season pass isn't resetting for you or starting over or getting a longer length, then there's no real purpose to continue once you reach 100 and platinum 1. Like that's it. Exactly, that's the issue. Certain cards you can't even scrap. Oh boy, Pendulum Magicians. Oh, that's what he went for. Nope, can't allow that to happen. I don't know. I don't know what they trying to do to us. It's like they want our heart and soul with this game. Oh, Joker! Joker's back. I so love him in the first Legacy of the Duelist. Just clutch. Easy pendulum scale in the game. Him, monkey board, unicorn, irrelevant after that. Oh, the little pendulum thingy. That's it. Wow, I thought it would have been a little flashier than that. Let's see what kind of board my opponent builds, and then we're gonna see if we can OTK. Prometheum, you saying that as if that's a good thing, not a good thing? I love my monkey board. Exactly, Devontae. I want my monkey board back, at least at one. Yep. I tell you, because the engine was so generic, you could have splashed it into almost any deck and make it work. Because, you know, artifacts are the way to tell your opponent's turn to really trigger off and special summon themselves. And it was like, why wait that long when you can just easiest pendulum scale in the game and then artifacts and they there. People do play pendulums, but the only pendulums they really play, for sure, the one pendulum deck that they do play is Endymion. Yeah, Endymion, yeah, Endymion. I didn't. It was banned by the time I actually got to Yu-Gi-Oh with what he was actually in. So yeah, the mere fact that I didn't get to play the card, it actually hurts. This is the same thing I said from earlier. You always got to protect your investments so that you don't end up on the wrong side of an OTK. Oh, wow. And here I thought whoever I was dueling was actually smarter than that. What a waste. Like I said, you always invest in monsters that negate or cause a disruption. I actually did a video where I created a whole archetype just for myself, what I would actually play if I was in the anime. If I only had a choice of a single card to create, that's kind of tough. It's so many things. I would have to look at what's currently going on in the meta and what I could do to make the least played deck playable, like give it actually some sort of potential boost or extension in some way, or some kind of recursion, because cards have multiple effects now. So you know, one in play, then the next one when it banishes itself, something like that. But it'll be for the deck that's seeing the least amount of play. Yeah, he should be in this game. Mm. Oh, I'm supposed to be trying to kill him, eh? Oh, okay. You. Hmm. This should do. No. Behave yourself. Start in the graveyard like nothing again. Oh. Oh, no. No. Alright. I actually supposed to go to see if, well, because I don't have the cards that I need yet, but I actually supposed to see what's the limit in the amount of attack points you can actually produce in this game. No. What game mode's supposed to be coming next month? Wow, that wow. I'd never actually thought one card it would have to be Delinquent Duo. I would have to ban that. I would have to ban Delinquent Duo. Or you mean a card that's still currently being played? Wow, just in case. I mean, Delinquent Duo is already banned, but I'm just saying the one card that needs that, it's that card. That card don't ever need to become unbanned. That's ridiculous. Let's go you, and you. Bye. Okay, so we need to go this. Based off of the names, I would actually assume so. If, like I say, if that's the case, I already know what the decks are that it should be played in that or in those types of tournament. Wow. Wow. If that's what Konami doing. Let's make sure no effects can activate. That should secure our dub. Let's go with this guy. Of course, remember now, it's all about the money when it comes to Konami. That's why I told you, if we as consumers of their Yu-Gi-Oh product decide to say, hey, we don't want this, or we ain't taking part or purchasing your product until you all incorporate this and this, and take this and this out, or we feel you need to adjust the ban list, they won't do they ain't doing nothing, simply because they still have the majority consuming their product. Until we band together, it's not gonna make any difference, at least not to them. Which proves what I said earlier on in the stream. You have to protect your resources, your investment. You can't decide to go make a long, lengthy board and don't even have one sort of disruption on a gate. Like that's the whole reason you play Yu-Gi-Oh! You supposed to have at least one form of disruption on a gate, so your opponent cannot fully extend or combo off. Like if you ain't setting up to neg your opponent, like you ain't come to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Stick to the kiddie section. Go play Joey Wheeler or something. Exactly, Devontae. You understand. You completely understand. I tell you, the grind in this game trying to earn just one more card is ridiculous. This is completely and utterly ridiculous. I don't even know how you're supposed to make it under these conditions. It's crazy just how last week I lost my voice and now I actually got my voice just about completely back. And keep in mind, Devontae, if you're not paying attention, you can be fooled, because how you have the $sign there, the point, and then the O2, some people mightn't pick up that that's actually 2 cents. And you know 2 cents ain't getting you far. You know how much grinding you have to do to earn that. You know this to make 2 cents at the end of the week? But that's hurtful. That is hurtful. 2 cents at the end of the week? That's why I told you, based off of where you finish at the end of each season, like I said, if you start off at bronze and you make it to silver, you should get at least 10,000 of those 10,000 of those blue crystals. Then finishing off gold, you should get 20, or even 30 or 40, because you want an incentive to keep climbing levels and finishing at the highest peak that you possibly could. And then platinum, somewhere like 50 to 70 of those blue crystals, because basically they are rewarding you for your level of skill that you have to get to that level. They are rewarding you for the time you spent in the game playing. That's what that should be. Hey, will you say AFV? Morning. What time it is where you at? Oh boy, that's rough. That really is. See, I think Konami just boiled it down to a point that if the players get frustrated enough, they will spend their actual hard-earned money to get the cards to be able to play more competitively. Because like I said, it isn't so much that players aren't skilled enough to play the game, it's just they don't have the resources at their disposal to be able to play a deck the way that they desire, and that's what it really is. And like I tell you, what it sums up to be for competitive play right now, it isn't really who has the better deck, it's really who gets the better hand. Because there are so many decks that are really good and can set up boards that can potentially shut your opponent down out of playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, they don't need much more than that. And it's AM, wow. Which day it is where you at? That's AM. I would like to know that. Pitch the idea, Dead Wolf. Pitch the idea. The only way you can know if it would work if you put it out there. Other than that, don't hog all the, how to put it, don't hog all the interesting or potential greatness that could be. Oh, and by the way, guys, this is a one-card combo. This all started from one card. My entire field, the addition to my hand, all started off of one card. I think goal 1. I think this next one should get me platinum 5. DNA surgery, fiend, goblin king. Equip him with OTM camouflage armor. Trying to remember what camouflage armors do again. I think direct attack. Where was I? Oh, trigger from grave. Yeah, I recall the effect correctly. That's why I say it's so many cards with effects. For someone to go damn boldly claim that they know every card by heart and the effect and how they work, like that would be crazy. That's why it's always good to have a refresher. And that. Or we can set this, and then we can add that right there. Hey, listen to me. If the play style works, Dead Wolf, just use it. Don't ever stop. Just. I mean, I actually took principles from fighting games that I actually would play, and I use the same philosophies in Yu-Gi-Oh, and they haven't failed me yet, and vice versa. I took some of the philosophies from Yu-Gi-Oh and I applied it to those games, and it worked. Right here. Hey, what do you say, Moshro? What's him dead? Alright, let's get him. Keep in mind, guys, like I said, this combo started with one card. Just one card. Right there. Like if you can, always incorporate one card combo engines into your decks. That way you get more consistency in terms of mingling with hand traps, because you know hand traps do slow down those 2 and 3 card combos. So if you can incorporate a 1 card combo into your deck, you can get really far. Alright, Dead Wolf, later. Where was I? Stretch that out, and that. Alright. Strip that. Okay, now let's go this. Nope. Utilize another quick launch. And we can make this guy. Wow, would I want to give that up? Hell yeah, what do you mean? Oh wow, that's cool, Devontae. If you can pull that off, you'd be in good shape. We're gonna go with that, then we're gonna set this as well, because we never know what our opponent's playing, and that should end it for me. Oh wow, that's cool. Alright, we're gonna start his turn off by activating some Moxie. That's what you're supposed to do with every deck. Just keep making mod adjustments because you want it to work. Alright, let's see if my opponent is actually able to special summon, then we go from there. Oh, our opponent is actually playing. I don't know why, but when I started to combo off, it was like, I wonder if my opponent actually is playing a dragon deck. And like, I was getting the strong feeling of dragons, and he hadn't played a single card. Just now, Blue Eyes went on Time Thief, a redo dragons. It is like a dragon radar AL. Well, you know what? I've stopped the dragons in my presence. And by the looks of it, because he played, show you guys the card, Swords of Concealing Light, most likely he's playing Chaos Mox, hands down. He's most likely playing Chaos Mox. I mean, if it was me, I would play Swords of Concealing Light to put them in defense and make them take that extra. And then on top of that, slow down any potential disruption. So, yeah, most likely, based off of knowledge of cards that would have synergy with Blue Eyes, I would go with Chaos Mox. That just makes the most sense to me. Exactly, and in order to fix your deck, what do I have on him? Oh, just monsters? Oh no. In order to fix your deck, you have to go through numerous matchups, and not because you win that matchup once means that hey, it's where it needs to be. No, like, you need consistency with your wins versus every single matchup you have had. At least 3 to 4 wins because remember now, not every player is of the same skill level, so someone might misplay and that might be a fortune, and you might actually think, oh yeah, my deck could actually beat this archetype, and that may not be the case. So you need to play really good duelists who know their timing, know their card combos, so that you can test to see just how good your deck is versus that particular deck or matchup. And look at my opponent still trying. I gotta give it to him though. He seems to be a bit persistent. Oh wow. But I tell you, it had to been Chaos Max. Had to been. Oh, there we go. And there's no shame into losing to that combo. That is not easy to beat whatsoever. Alright, yeah, that's Platinum Tier 5. Yeah. Back in the trenches. Get 200 gems. Yeah, they still attempted to play. Look at this garbage. At least they gave me a monster with an effect this time. Swordsman from the distant land. If this card attacked an opponent's monster after damage calculation, destroy that monster during the 5th end. Guys, listen to me. What monster is staying up on the field for 5 end phases? Wow. This is crazy. Well, this card was back when Yu-Gi-Oh had monsters that stayed on the field that long for real. But now, this is not a card that you would want to utilize whatsoever. What do you say, Giovanno? 4 more wins for Tier 4. Alright. I really wanted to switch to playing a more Raid Raptor orientated deck, but I shy because I had to scrap an Ultimate Falcon, Air Raid, and it is another thing I'm missing. If I can get those 3, I want to go back to actually playing a more quick play version of Raptors. Mind you, it's going to still have all the extension plays, but I just wanted to go back to a more quick play version. Oh, I get to go first? Alright. Oh, looks like my opponent can interact. There's the Imperm. Bang, bang, bang. Wow. Alright, now we have to see if we can survive. Oh wow, Cyber Dragons. This does not look good whatsoever. Oh boy, that looks like game. Nova, revive back. Revive back, link, power up, wow. What do you mean revive back? What the hell? I would have to go check in the deck building section. Okay, now the rampage. Yeah, once Rampage come in, you have to make sure it can come first. Because if the player misplays, then yeah, you might get a turn. No need to waste the card time. And the crazy part is I have what 10 hand traps in the deck. So no, I think 8. I think it's down to 8 now. I tell you right now. Three, 6, 7, yeah, 8. And didn't see one. Anyone would have worked too. Ubel. Normal for Ubel. The rest are rare, but normal for Ubel. Wow. I wonder if I should incorporate that. But it's just basically the extension plays, like making sure that you could actually extend in the deck. That's why I wanted to go back using Fuzzy, but I would have to go back to playing more, like more generic Raid Raptors in the extra deck. Like I told you, all it is in terms of competitiveness is who pick up the better hand. Just now my opponent picked up the better hand. Only one extension play I could have made was to go 4 Strix, add 1, but that wouldn't have given me full combo. But if I had one more extension, I would have been able to go full combo, and he could have taken his Cyber Dragons and packed them up. It wouldn't make a difference. But like I told you, that's what it comes down to in terms of competitive play. Who picks up the better hand? Yeah, but that's a gamble. Oh, hold on, wait. That could work right there. When I do look at my deck ratios in terms of how cards are gonna affect other cards, I don't look at not just opening with them, but going turn 2, turn 3. And if the conditions won't be met, I could end up in a whole lot of trouble, and that's what I don't want to end up in. Wow. Alright. Yeah, I know Devontae. I know. But like I said, if I'm going second and the requirements for the effects aren't met, then it becomes troublesome at that point. I want to make sure that what I'm playing, whether I'm opening with it or I'm going second, third, fourth, fifth with it, I can always have that live. Remember, it's about having as many of your cards live as possible. That's what you want. You want your cards to be live. If they aren't, it then becomes troublesome. Just about anything you're trying to accomplish. So you want your cards to be live in numerous amounts of your situation. That's why you saw I don't even have her in the deck. I took her out because if I think a summoning condition is if I have a monster in the graveyard, I wouldn't be able to special summon her, or if I control a monster or something like that. I want to make sure that whatever I'm using, I can make sure I combo off and do whatever it is that I would love to do. Zombies. That's what my opponent's playing. Okay, let's do this. I want to see something. You have to remember, in every situation, you don't want to pick up multiple copies and then next thing you know, because remember now, 2 or more copies of cards with effects that cannot be activated more than once per turn or utilized more than once per turn, they are like dead cards in the hand. You want as many of those 5 to 6 cards that you have to be live. That's what you want. I can tell you, just keep it in mind and you'll understand. That's why sometimes when you see certain deck builds, haha, that's exactly what I felt he was baiting me on. Select one more card. Thank you. I wanted him to ensure that he would have to blow up his own cards. Because he was waiting until I made a major move so he could destroy 2 of my cards. That's why I say, let me see something. That's why I got into Time Thief so I could duck it. Shared, right? This does. For the rest of this turn... Hold on. What's to say? For the rest of this turn, each time a card is added from the main deck or graveyard to the opponent's hand, except by drawing, immediately draw 1 card. Oh, he wants to act fancy. Alright, that's cool. No target, bye. What effect activated? I just got his banish. You can draw 1 card, then discard 1 card. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, that ends my turn. Yeah, try not to rely too much on the luck factor and more on the calculation factor of what is going to happen 9 times out of 10, whether you go first or going second, so that when you are in those situations, like I've seen players actually use Kagato Kage in Raid Raptors, right? And the issue I have with Kagato Kage is if you're already set up and you don't have that normal summon, it becomes an issue, because at that point no normal summon means Kagato Kage stuck in your hand when you could have, or you might end up where your opponent board wipes everything and you only need a monster to attack them directly for game. Without that normal summon, Kagato Kage stuck in your hand, so that is something I would not utilize. What's all this extraness this guy's doing? It's got the target. Oh, he's looking for a massive synchro. Ay. What do I have equipped to him? Oh wow, that would. Oh boy. We need to dug that. Oh, that's what he want to do. He want to send to his... Nope, I think that effect only activates when he attacks a monster. Yep. If it battles an opponent's monster. Nope, let's leave. Time to go. Time to go. Yeah, I do that, but like I said, it's like you could test, and then sometimes you could end up in a duel. You might have all the confidence in the world, and it doesn't turn out to be what you thought it would have been. Boy, that's tough. I don't think I'll be streaming in 3 hours, but I'll be streaming tomorrow for sure. Tomorrow I will be streaming, so you should be able to catch the stream, because I will be streaming for a decent amount of time tomorrow. No redo, take it easy, calm down. Alright, he's looking to battle with a monster. I can't use that anymore. And his effect. Alright, let's just end the turn. like sometimes, because I did mention before, I've had a situation where I built a deck, and I not only did I play test it, but after I done play tested 20 times and took it online and it went undefeated. Right? Someone built the deck behind me and told me they brick like no tomorrow. And hold on, what the hell's going on? Banish from face of zombie type monster, you take no damage. Target 2 of your banish on me monsters, shuffle them and draw a card. Ew. But they brick like crazy, and so what I did is, this is 2 in there. Take no damage for the turn. Alright. What I did is I went online in a stream, and for almost 3 straight hours I played with the deck and only lost once. It only bricked on me once, and everything else was just undefeated. And like I said, I don't know if they were playing the cards right or if it just doesn't work for them. But like I told them, play what works for you, because I can play the exact same 40 card deck as you, and I'm only playing the hands that I'm given. It's not like I'm manipulating these hands to be like, all right, I'm starting with these 5 or 6 cards. Like, no. Like, I don't know what the game is giving you. I know it's what it's giving me, and I can prove that what it gives me, I can play or work with it. And then it also comes down to your card-based knowledge, combo-wise, to what your opponent might potentially be playing or what they're trying to execute, and then how you could go on from there to be able to counteract that. To play your cards right, because you can, or in some cases, you are going to have to take some damage. What in the world is going on here? Anyway, let's jump him real quick. Work in progress. Oh, I got a trap card from him. Wow, that's crazy. That really is crazy. You go bye-bye. You go bye-bye. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because, like, if you don't... See, I build the decks from scratch. I know the 40 cards by heart. So I can even reason within myself, what is the probability of me even drawing a certain card to combo off or to make a comeback. So, like, I know these things. And, like, with other players, I don't be sure, according to them, that they are playing it to that extent to which I would have played it. And if they say it doesn't work, like, it baffles me. Like, it really does. Because like I said, with me, I know for a fact, if I show you that, hey, in this matchup, the deck is going to lose, I want you to know the deck is going to lose in that matchup. And versus this and this matchup, this is where you're going to have either the advantage, or this is how you're going to have to time your cards, versus when your opponent does an interaction or an action with versus this matchup or versus this deck, so that you would actually be able to effectively combo off and play Yu-Gi-Oh! The way that it's supposed to. 4 face down cards. What in the world could those 4 be? Now then, let's take it for a test ride. Ah, crap. Alright, gonna send that. Oh. Haruki, you asking me to go 1-on-1? That's what you're asking? Oh, you fresh out of luck. Fresh out of luck. Reason being is I need to make every single duel I have count in terms of earning those crystals to keep unlocking cards. Because playing with only able to play with the same deck is getting repetitively boring. So, you're fresh out of luck until we get more cards unlocked. Oh, I was saying go that, and go that, but then that wouldn't even be necessary. Let's use him. Now, if they were giving us points and crystals and things for going 1v1, of course. But right now, the grind is real. Getting up levels, it's real. Yeah. Oh. Wow. So he goes no damage. I believe that's the effect he activated. Alright. And pocket change. That's putting it nicely. They giving us pebbles and sand and telling us to trade it in for pennies. This guy has some really nice monsters in his deck. Wow, that's a hefty deck. Oh, wow. Of course. Oh wow, this guy has some lovely cards. I kid you not. This guy's deck is lovely. Okay, battle. Of course we want to level up, kind of thing that is. Not level up, rank up. Koema, I'm not gonna agree with you on that. Sometimes we may often miss the bigger picture of things because we're not sitting in those board meetings, you know, looking at, you know, a broader spectrum in terms of, you know, what the overall narrative of the picture it is that they're trying to achieve. But I am gonna say this. Like I keep on saying, until we as consumers of Konami's product decide to stand together, the majority of us, that we are not going to be purchasing or utilizing whatever it is that they are producing until we get X, Y, and Z, they are not going to change. They're going to continue to get a shovel full of horse crap and shove it up your rectum. That's all they want to do. And because the majority of us aren't standing together, that is how they are actually getting away with what they are getting away with. Nice timing. Maybe, maybe not. What's that effect? Each time a card is added from the main deck or graveyard. Stinking dirty dog. Go ahead. But then, Koema, you have other players who feel the exact opposite. They would rather not buy a cool avatar or field or whatever, and spend money on the box. That's just how some are. Like, it's always going to be a difference in opinion. But in terms of the overall product of us being able to get exactly what we want, it's going to take the majority of us standing together to be able to do that. And until that happens, like I said, guys, we're going to have to keep taking the load of horse crap they keep shoveling down our throats, and it doesn't taste too good. I might as well tell you that now. It really doesn't. Oh, wow. Spicy. That is spicy. Of course, you're a thief. Do your thing. Bing. Devontae, I'm a guy. I'm not taking D from anybody. I might put up with some crap, but I ain't never taking no D. You ain't gotta worry about that. Let's go here. I guess we'll give that up, go there, and then see what we get out of that exchange. Well, Koema, if that's how you feel, you know, you're entitled to feel that way. I would never tell you shouldn't feel that way. It's your own personal opinion. All I'm just gonna advise you to do is do not let anyone from Konami catch you in a dark alley. Please do not let them do that. It's gonna be that reenactment scene of Joey with those rare hunters. Oh man. Do not get catch in the dark alley from anyone who works the Konami. And don't let them be squared up. It ain't gonna look good. Koema, I agree. Yu-Gi-Oh does have much potential, but like I said, it's a work in progress based off of budgets and salary caps and stuff like that, because they still have to work within their means, and then they have so many other projects. They can't go over budget, and then they have to look at their staff, and then they have to look at projected futures, because they have projected plans and they don't want to overlap those. And what I mean by overlap is you don't want to set a 5-year plan, and in that 5-year plan things just go south and you never make it to where the vision was for 5 years down the line in terms of, you know, production of cards and stuff like that, archetypes, and then what you were trying to, whatever mechanic you were actually trying to, you know, introduce into the game at that point. Koema, yeah, he can look for the Men in Black to show up. That's what you want to be careful of. You really do want to be careful. This is interesting. No, we don't need to give him no more extensions. Let's go battle. We can go spider. For no damage again. Oh boy. No. Alright, me and phase 2. Boy, that gets touchy. If I go that. Okay, that's what we're going to do. That is what we're going to do. Oh. Ooh, I would have to execute that. So, somewhere in the deck. Somewhere in the deck. Like I told you, even if you have 3 copies of a card, there's no guarantee that you're gonna even open with it, let alone draw it. But open with it is even harder. Okay, because I did do that. So I need that recursion and that. And I can get that. Alright. So we are going to go with this. Oh yeah, Moxie's still in effect, eh? Wow. Ooh. Ooh. Let's leave him alone for now. Of course. Oh. Why is this guy so nasty? Eject. Get the hell out of there, Redoer. Get the hell out of there. Wow, all these is his monsters. Bye. Okay, what does this do? Take one Masaki monster from your deck, either add it to the hand or send it to the graveyard. Ew. Oh boy. Boy. No, not yet. Oh, wow. What you say, Jeremiah? Alright, now it's time. Yeah, enough of that shenanigans. Damn! Why are they some points? Turns everything to zombie. Yeah. Oh boy. Oh wow. Oh wow, that's good use of that token. Yep. Wow, and look what he get to regurgitate. Plus he still got Belderage to come. I don't have nothing to fall back out there. Wow. Two and okay, that's gonna be duel. He could easily special summon back from his graveyard. That's irrelevant. Good game, buddy. I honestly was wondering when that duel was gonna end. Cause jeez. and I have 3 Twin Twisters inside the deck and it couldn't draw none. Like I told you, you don't really want to be gambling on the draw. Like you really want to either be able to search a card out or add that, or draw it from your deck through multiple draw effects, but not hoping to top deck it. That's too much of a gamble. Oh. No. Yes. Don't tell me that I can't. Alright, he shouldn't be summoning no more. There we go. Yeah, Moxie works so perfectly to tell my opponent no. What do you mean by are more? What do you mean by that, Jeffrey? That's the real question. Oh boy. That's tough. I don't think they'd be able to get around that. I need to summon too many times in this deck. And it can't be destroyed by card effects, so you know how that go. Like I said, competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! Just comes down to who has the better hand. That's it. Because like I said, once I go off and you get stunned during your turn, that's usually duel. I go in second, at least that ain't too bad. Let's see. The hell is that? Hold on, give me a chance to read the card effect. When you activate this card, you could add one live twin monster from your deck. No, gain 200 life points. Ew. Okay. Hold on now. If this card is normal special summon, wow. Your opponent must pay 500 life points to attack. Alright. The thing that I did with the 7th one is I used to put that on top of my deck myself. So I never had to worry about gambling on the draw. That's why I say the more you can control the cards that you draw next, the less it is of luck and the more it is of actual skill. Oh wow, that's unbanned? Oh boy. Oh boy. Some nastiness of the happened. Yeah, what's in the okay, empty still. What's this effect? If you control that, you can special summon this card from your hand. If this card is added from the main deck to the hand, You can banish this card from the graveyard to draw one card. Its regurgitation ability to come back whenever a rank 7, I think it is, a rank 7 or higher monster was exceed summoned, you could just come right back and rank up again. So I think that was only a once per duel effect, but why it was banned, I guess because it would have made a particular combo, I guess, even more broken than it already was, I guess. Oh wow, this guy's really testing me. This guy really is. Like I tell you, very few times I lose the Maxi challenge. This is one of the times I'm not even taking it. Battle. I'll pay that 500. I'm asking you if cards like Rank Up Magic, the 7th one that can only be activated if you draw it during the draw phase, are more of something. I still don't completely understand that question, Jeffrey, because it's just saying if cards like Rank Up Magic, the 7th one that can only be activated if you draw it during the draw phase, the question behind that, which you're asking, is saying are more of something, more of what? I'm lost, because that's what you're phrasing in response to the actual card. Because the card in question is Rank Up Magic, the 7th one, or cards of that nature, right? And then the question, or in reference to it, to be more specific, is saying are more of something or some T. That's what's being questioned about either Rank Up Magic, the 7th one, or cards like Rank Up Magic, the 7th one. I'm trying to understand the question, because the question to it is are more of some T. I lost with that part. Are you asking should there be more copies of cards that could only be activated during the draw phase? Oh wow, this guy's still doing the odd thing. Alright, let's go, let's try this. Yes, there are. There are a couple of different ways. They have cards that you forget, not Ancient Rules. What's the spell card called? Because you use it in tandem with I use it in tandem. What's the card called again, man? I should know this card's name. It gives you an additional normal summon. I can't remember what this card's name is. What in the world is this card's name? It ain't Advanced Summoning Art. It allows you to excavate the top 5 cards of your deck and assort them in any order. Oh, Zeus. Not chain summoning. It allows you to excavate the top 5 cards of your deck, and it gives you an additional normal summon. Alright, let's force that Zeus effect. Bam, bam. Alright, just so we can go first. Yeah, it's a card I use to combo with True Name. I can't remember what it name, but I combo with True Name because I can assort the top 5 cards in my deck, put them in any order, use True Name's effect, get that top card added to my hand, and special summon out either Obelisk or Slifer straight from my deck to the field. I honestly don't know. And he ain't Zeus me? Huh, Mr. Gone Crazy. Mr. Hot Dog Gone Crazy. Alright then, since you don't want to Zeus. Now this can be a real game of chicken. Card advance, that's it. That's it. Yeah, you have other cards that excavate and set up the top. Spellbook Organizer does it too. It allows you to see the top 3 cards of your deck and place them in any order. So as long as it's within that range, yeah. You can also use Sylvan is the Sylvan rank 7. If you tribute off a monster, you could excavate that many cards from your deck and put them in any order. And if your rank of magic, the 7th one is in those however many, let's say you tribute a level 8, in those 8 you can put it at the top of your deck, and then you know for sure you've drawn it, or put it as a second card under your deck in case you want to use a draw effect to draw the top card, and then you know you've drawn that immediately in next turn. Like you can do that. No idea why they unbanned chicken game. No idea. Let's set. No, that's good enough for now. Now the chicken game is on. I don't know why he didn't Zeus me when it was just 2 monsters. Yes. Boy, that's some serious stuff for reasoning to be at 3. I can't tell you what they were thinking. Eventually, I guess when they see what decks would be created utilizing what they have available, then they're gonna start restricting cards, and you're gonna see some cards get banned. They want to see what's going to come. You have to understand. Konami wants to see what's going to come out of what they have available first before they do anything particularly reckless. So they want to make sure that you can play an actual fair game of Yu-Gi-Oh! He finally wants to Zeus. Alright, that effect is on the way. Alright, what do I have? A whole keeping stock of everything. Waiting on you, buddy. Dump that. Let's get this. Ooh, that would be nasty. Oh boy. That, wow. So I'm most likely gonna have to use that in the process. Yikes. You don't know what that is. Let's go this then. Hell no. They ain't unbanning no painful choice. That card is ridiculous. Hell no. Hell no. They ain't unbanning that. You don't even gotta worry about that. Oh wow, DD Crow? I don't know why he resisted so much. This only a LU of today. Yeah, I know that. She had one. Oh wow. I don't know if they were giving out specialty depending on what region you might have been in, but that actually been kind of cool depending on where you were. You got exclusive cards. That would have been cool if they had done that too. I see. If I was working for Konami, trust me, y'all would have had the best. Y'all would have had the best. You have a decent amount of cards we ain't getting off the ban list without getting errated. Wow. That wasn't only a glow ball. I told you back when the synchros were more generic, glow ball was the tuna. The tuna. That's what I used to start my synchro combos with synchrons before Jet Synchron came out. Don't dare me plan on banishing my face down, because he should know better than that. Let's go 3. What a waste of a Cosmic Cyclone. Let's banish first. Insolence, we're banishing this. Oh, no, we ain't used that effect yet. We're gonna carry... Ooh, no, I could always cover that. You, and you. Yep. That and level leader. Ash runs this game. Ash and Moxie runs this game. So, like, why would you want to go tune in where desynchro and your what's it? I think on the desynchro. Oh no, sorry. Yeah, Moxie runs the game. There's no real need to try to do anything extra in Moxie's out there. So like if Moxie wasn't a thing, then yeah, that's too many monsters. Like, think about it like this: you desynchro, you bringing back about 4 materials to tuner and 3 tuning where that's +4 for your opponent. That means you put yourself in the position to get in the bureau. That isn't going to sit well. That honestly isn't going to sit well. So like, that isn't something you want to do. And then you have to make sure whatever you making can get you a negate, so that a potential Nibiru you can negate. But you don't want to do that. That's +4 right off the bat. And then off your desynchro, if you play machine dupe to get all 3, you're tuning way out, that's +2 for your opponent. And when you synchro summon, they're gonna go +1. You desynchro, they go +4. So like, no, that you have to play a bit more efficiently than that. We're supposed to be trying to kill him. He has Zeus in play. We need an additional summon now. Graveyard. But we go to the grave. Let's get... Banishing Linnaeus. Okay. Okay, that's why I didn't do that. Okay. Let's get out another Raid Raptor. And let's make, hold on, what do we have in here that's kicking up or making a ruckus? We can use him. And then put that back. Okay, let's make, this is the real GOAT in the game. Real GOAT. Very real GOAT. This effect, and we're gonna go make Zeus go bye-bye. Bye-bye, Zeus. Wow. To be honest, it isn't really no need to ban an entire archetype, because you want to give, and see, this is how you get people into the game and keep them in the game, giving them options on numerous different ways that you can utilize the different summoning mechanics via these different archetypes, and being able to use some of the cards that, you know, people often look down on. So like, I wouldn't ban an entire archetype, to be honest. Why? Like I tell you, if I'm making the deck and I know that I'm gonna lock myself into a specific category, I'm gonna utilize everything under that category, and despite it comes in handy, I kid you not, it's lovely. Plus, he goes up to rank 7 once he does damage, so he sets himself up to potentially be ranked up into Caluga, because you can just take off his material. Oh wow, what a hand. You can basically just take off a material using the Raider's Wing, and then yeah, and yeah, Zeus was going to lose that material as well, but I just didn't want Zeus on the board so I could actually OTK him, because he had enough, not OTK, but actually win the duel at that point, because it wouldn't have been an OTK because I did damage earlier. Wow, they doing it. I mean, I am really grateful for the maintenance, because the more they keep showing love to this game, the more it's gonna draw more players to the game. No, I would not get rid of Trap Tricks nor Musketeers, because there are cards in the game that can deal with those. This is one of the things that I keep telling players. It's not a real issue. Hold on, let me read this effect real quick. Send this card from the hand or field of the graveyard. Send one level 3 or lower. Alright, you can banish any number of the special summon. Alright, go ahead and carry on smartly. Like, it's in terms of like the whole Trap Tricks Musketeer thing, like there are cards in the game that deal with that. So if what you're doing isn't like, hold on, need to read that. Alright, I think this is the troublesome card I was looking at. You can banish any number, special summon, alright. If this card is sent to the graveyard, send one Tri-Brigade card from your deck to the graveyard. Oh, okay, go ahead. Yeah, like you have so many options now to deal with things like that. Like it shouldn't be an issue. It honestly shouldn't. Alright, hold on. What's going on here? If this card is sent to the graveyard, add one Tri-Brigade monster from your deck to your hand. Da, 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 da. Alright, carry on. Let's start off with a little bit of Mark C first. Let's see how far you can go with this. Dragon Rulers might beat out the Eldritch in that matchup, considering how versatile they are at getting and being banished and adding more resources, depending on what you're playing. And it would make Dragon Link extremely broken in that regard. So that's another thing. What's this? You can discard 2 cards and target one of your banished level 4. Da, da, da. Wow. This card sent to the graveyard. Add. Doing some things. Doing some things. Oh no, I haven't been able to. Literally the last 3 days I just spent in the solitude of work, like about 18 hours a day, and I got about maybe 4.5 hours of sleep. That was about it for the last 3 days. That's how come you guys would have noticed I didn't do a stream at all. And you know, as soon as my console turns on, a stream usually ensues. And yeah, for the last 3 days there was no stream, so that should tell you where I was. Yep. 18 hours and about 4.5 hours of sleep, and then about the little leisure hour and a half to about 2 hours is like you know, taking a bath, enjoying yourself, you know, doing some things. No, ash that. That's the only way I could play Yu-Gi-Oh! Literally. No power, no Yu-Gi-Oh! No cable, no internet, no Yu-Gi-Oh! No food, no brain power, therefore no Yu-Gi-Oh! Need money for all these things. Only way to make it happen, gotta make that money. Nah, I understood what you were saying, Devontae. That's cool. You guys don't laugh at me when I say the following, but I actually started watching a show on Disney called Miraculous: The Adventures of Ladybug and Cat Nora. And I don't know why, but I actually find that show kind of addictive. I just don't know why. I used to work and I went on break and it was just playing. I was like, but what the hell is name? So I typed in a couple of the characters' name, and when I came home, I bookmarked that baby and I actually started watching. I don't know what it is about that show. I really don't. I don't know if it reminds me of similar to how Sailor Moon was back from my childhood. So like it's always that it isn't like just a childish show, but it always has that complex situation of love between heroes who don't know each other's identity, and like you have those who fall for each other, fall for one secret identity, and there's one who falls for the other, not knowing that that plain person is actually the actual hero. And then it's the other way around, like, all right, I don't like this guy, but not knowing that this guy is actually the person that you know those dual not personalities, but like, you know, two different individuals not knowing that they're the actual same person. Yep, Sailor Moon was one of these shows back then. Oh, you have Appaloosa on board. Intriguing. Let's see how far this goes with that Appaloosa. Alright, we need a way to get around that. What do we have at our disposal? Oh, we have that. Oh, wow, that's dirty. That is dirty. Oh, we don't have that in there. Okay, let's see. Contemplations of a Rich Black Man. We're starting off with this and see how many times he's going to negate. I never actually got to finish Inuyasha. I did finish watching Rurouni Kenshin. Surprisingly, they actually did the couple of movies with real life people for Rurouni Kenshin. It wasn't too bad. It was actually kind of cool. What's this guy's effect? Send one card from your hand or field to the graveyard. The target or face-up card your opponent controls, return it to the hand. Oh, interesting. Alright, you have a disruption and three monster effect negates. Let's go. We can bait them out. Let's go. Okay, we can go with this first then. Oh, wow. Let's go Appaloosa, spend and negate. Good girl. Alright, now let's regurgitate our monster. Okay. I don't know what took him so long, as if he had a better play. Alright, battle. Oh, she can spend it. Then she can die. That gets rid of one of the negates, so I don't have to worry about that, and I should be able to combo off. The only thing he could do is spin one card back, that's it. Yeah, she's way more useful than her. Way more. Ah, dang it. I should have done that. I should have done that. That would have put me even more ahead. Dang. Hot dang. Alright, we can do this then. That's what we can do. I actually was supposed to summon him, spit, and see if he would have spin him back. I mean, I didn't want him to get spin back. That's why I didn't summon him in the first place. But, yeah. Yeah, go ahead. That's cool. How much that is? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright. Set that. And that's gonna end my turn. Wow, and that's all in there. There we go. 3 disruptions. Actually, three months in the gates and months been gone. Just as simple as that. Yeah, you have to be careful when engaging monsters with quick effects. Oh wow. Zodiac is in this? Oh, Tri Brigade Zodiac. Ugh. Wow. Yep. There's Trident. What's his effect again? Detach from material target, face up card, destroy it. Alright. We can have to get tricky. Raid Raptors. Raid Raptors. That would be the most favorite deck request I've done thus far. Where's Moxie when you need him? Oh wow. That was cool. Alright. Let's see, what do we have at our resource? Oh yeah. Good boy. Let's go get this. Okay, because that should count as that. Ah, wow, he had Ash. Oh boy, I was gonna bait the Zeus effect and then go Time Thief again. Wow. Oh boy. Oh boy. We're gonna have to bait that effect with this combo right here. We don't have no choice in that department. And then we shouldn't have nothing else to worry about after that. That couldn't have been helped. Alright. Nah, he has to see if he can draw a monster to put out that 800 life points that I have. If not, then we should be assured to win on the following turn. Because that Zeus will be in attack mode. That better be the best card in the world you have to stop him from getting killed next turn. Oh boy. Lovely. Lovely. Alright. My turn. This is why I tell you, as long as you have a single life point left, you could win a duel. You just need the right resources. Let's go. Oh wow, he rolled me as if I care. That's what I didn't want to take. I want to take that. That would get me that. Wow. Okay. All right, we can go with this then. Let's make sure we read Zeus effect properly. By transferring materials, disrupt with 2 materials, 1 per turn. If another card you control is destroyed by battle or an opponent's card effect, you could attach 1. Oh, okay, good luck with that. We could also extend past that if we do that, you know. Wow. Now that is crazy. That really is crazy. So you telling me, hold on, let me check the grave. Okay, no, we ain't got nothing in there. Alright, so you literally telling me that I could make him. Okay, because I wouldn't be able to add, but I could make him. I could make him and him. Wow. Alright then, that's what we're doing. Hold on, wait. Okay, I was just trying to figure out what the hell was going on. I could also get him. Oh, I could still go that far? That's crazy. Oh no, I wouldn't be able to trigger that. That's what I was saying. Yeah, I need to make him. That droll actually saved his life because I was going full combo, ultimate falcon, stop him from being able to do anything else, and that would have been duels. Assist in the graveyard, lighten up. Oh wow, that is remotely crazy. And then I could attach that to him. That is nasty. Let's do this. We ain't stopping there, huh? We'll take that with pride. But of course, why not? I need something sexy from the deck, please. Yeah, that could work. That could work. Yeah. Let's banish this. Then we're gonna add that to him as a material. Then we're gonna rape that Zeus. Just a little. Nothing too, you know. We're gonna send him and we're going to send him. Right here. Lovely. Hold on. Gonna remove that material. Then we're going to go. Oh man, he is so excellent, but I do prefer to go Time Thief. Everything good? Yeah, I could have made him on pop, but nah, I really want Time Thief to be out there. Okay, that's to make him. I don't think there's anything else. Okay, that's it. My turn. There we go. Me too. I need a cheaper deck. Raid Raptors are expensive. That'll end my turn. Alright, he draws a card, I add a card. Best cards in the world. Destiny draw. Alright, I need a top card from your deck. I need to see what that is. Yes, I need to see. Let me in on the action. You can't be the only one with cards. Oh, it looks like another monster. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, Trickstars is a petty deck. The amount of burn that they do. See that? Relatively, he didn't draw anything of value, and yeah. Like I told you, as long as you have a single point, you could win a duel. That droll saved him that last turn. I want you all to believe that saved him. I want to end at that last turn. But you have to be careful, and you have to know how to bait out effects. And you have to have cards in your deck to force your opponent to bait out effects. I can go that. We don't know what in his hand, so we're going to take the caution route. We are going to take the caution route. Let's go Nest. Let's regurgitate something from the grave. We have all of those. And this is what's left in my deck. I can dump add the Raider's Wing. So let's get this guy. Wow, he didn't even let me go into Ultimate Falcon so I could make sure that the card in his hand could not end the battle phase. That's all I was trying to make sure of. Yep, that is to be expected. That is to be expected. 5 more wins. Oh man, it's gonna be tedious. Like I say, in the Platinum tier, it isn't that decks aren't competitive. I mean, you can have competitive decks. The main thing is that it's gonna go by who has the better hand, not that duelists aren't skilled. But if you can make it Platinum tier 5, you have to have a decent amount of skill, because you don't get here off just pure luck. But it's going to come down, yeah, it's going to come down to who picks up the better hand. That's all it is. Because if I open up full combo, and even if you have a disrupt or two, and I get my full combo off, and you start your turn, and you can't stop that, you're going to get stunned and get your back row break up, and then you're going to get your face beat in my following turn. And there's no shame in losing to that stun combo. But like I say, it isn't that decks can't play, or that players can't play certain decks. All it really is who picks up the better hand. That is what it's really coming down to. Let's see if they have any good duels going on in any of these lobbies. 2 out of 2. They might already be mid-game. Let's go see what it looks like. I hear me say that the Japanese guys, them having some really good duels. Let's see what they up to. Oh wow, room disbanded. Spectate. Let's go 2 out of 6, last 5. Disbanded. What's going on? Everybody disbanding rooms? Spectate. But yeah, if you send the entire hand back to the deck, then draw the same number of cards, then draw. Yeah, that's what he's talking about. That right there with Trick Stars, that can win you duels hands down, forcing the hand back to the deck or forcing them to draw multiple cards and then go and duel right afterwards so that they get nothing in return. What you mean like a duel hangout? You mean like just like a chat or a room with just, you know, duelists hanging out and dueling? The room has been... What's going on? Every room I entered disbanded? What's going on? Let's try one more room. I don't understand what's going on. Yeah, we could do that. I would just need a time from you guys when most of you all would actually be free, because I could actually just stream it as well. So like for those who don't get a chance to get in the room, because I think the room can hold up to about 6 to 8 or something like that, who aren't able to get in the room, then I can actually just stream it so they can just watch the stream as, you know, things happen. Because then we could actually duel like single duels, like one at a time, and then like while the duel is going on, I could be spectating so everyone else can see the duel, and then whoever would be next up to duel once we pair up and go just like that. And they can see really good friendly matches. 4 to 6. Wow. Now officially, since season 2 has started and they did the maintenance, that has now started happening. This wasn't happening before. That has started happening. Hopefully when they do maintenance again, then, you know, that you could actually look forward to seeing something like that. It would go. I might actually do that challenge, like, you know, invite 7 duelists in and see who would actually be the first one to win, and then go from there. Like maybe a $10 PSN card code so that you could actually buy more thingum for the game, the crystals for the game. That's actually interesting, Shimmy. I think I would actually start doing that. I really think I am, because like I said, I would be able to stream it, you guys would be able to watch it, and like even down with the friendly matchups and whatnot, like I know you guys would actually enjoy that. I would just need to hear from you guys to find out when is the best availability time, because we do have to match up time zones and work schedules. Like most likely once I see a lot of people do be on the streams on the weekends, so I guess we could find out from most of the people, like when I stream tomorrow, to find out what would be like the best time, because they would call a time, but we have to remember time zone, and to make sure that we sync up whose time zone is where, so that when I call a time, Eastern specific time, we know what time it is via wherever everyone else is, and then we could let you know if it's 7 p.m. Dabna time or 5 p.m. Dabna time is, you know, 3 a.m. your time or midday your time, so we could be on the same page to, you know, just all be involved. But that's an awesome idea, Shimmy. I love that. I really do love that. It's been a little over 3 hours for the stream. As you can see, trying to grind out more crystals is a headache. This is crazy. Let me go and get my Tingham reward for mission, which must be maybe 20 crystals. This is crazy, and the park's so expensive. Unlimited missions. Gain 7,300 life points. They gave me a boxing gloves and 50 crystals. Wow, wow, Konami, way to go. Yeah, I will, Shimmy. I will. You could earn 30,000. No, you get. What's this telling me? I get 100 crystals times 30. If I gained 7,300 life points. Wow, I'd have to be Shimmy, your aromage deck would come in handy for that. Take control of your opponent's monster gets me 10 by 100. When your opponent monster attacks, your opponent takes battle damage. That sounds like something for you, Bell. 5,500. Win on your first attack. Wow. That's what I said. That sounds like something for your aromage. Find a secret pack. You remove your opponent's cards. Activate the effect of a card in the graveyard. Special summon monsters from the graveyard. Monsters on your opponent's side of the field. Aroma tree right here. Summon them up. Wow. Increase duelist level. Okay, that's what they be giving you those crystals for. Oh man, boy, they really made this tough. But yeah, that's gonna be all for the stream. I'm going to get something to eat. I'm gonna block out in peace and see you guys in a few. So until next time, later.